Your input capture again. Device.
High def. There. Now I should have right there. Okay, yeah. I don't know why I have to do that every single time. It's frustrating. Okay. I wonder if I locked it. I wonder if it would stay. Now, if I went to two cams, is it going to... There we go. Okay. Perfect. All right. Okay. This is crazy. Sub, I made a comment earlier about, about how I think that, I'm kind of hexed and, because of how I had to acquire, one of these frames. This didn't come from Dan. It didn't come from Matt. This came from Jeremy. I won one late October. Yeah, needless to say, I got one. It got sent to me. All right. So my thought is, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use the little itty bitty. I grabbed out a bag of all small hardware. I'm looking through here. I'm trying to find what I have as far as the longest of any of these, as far as screws and whatnot, because we're gonna go through the we're gonna go right through the Vista, which is all the way down at the bottom, and then we're gonna. How are we gonna do this? We're gonna go through the Vista. I'm not gonna clean it up tonight. We're just gonna put it in here. Actually, you know what? No, we're not gonna do that. I'm just gonna mount this and then fly it line of sight in here. Just because I just want to see how it's gonna fly. I just want to see. So if I put you here, how long are you guys? Are you guys gonna be long enough? I'm gonna say they should be long enough. So that's gonna be the back. You're gonna be the front. So we're gonna put one here. Here. Come on. It almost looks like you could fit a... Man, that's a... I don't even know what size that is. One more. And these definitely ain't the right... I knew that was going to happen. I should have pinched them from the other side. I'm using the hardware that came in my CL35. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bingo. Alright. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to have to look at this again. That's motor number 3. So I'm going to have to put something down here. Some of those little spongies or whatever they are, those little gummies, I can't remember exactly what they're called. Just something to space that ESC up off the ground, or off the bottom just a little bit. And am I seeing anything directly right here? No. Those aren't going to help me. These are shorter. They're definitely not going to help. That's no, no, no. Okay. Nothing in that bag will help. These are a lot shorter, but I only have 2 of those. I got a bunch of stuff in here. Those could, but I just know I have a bunch in here. Are these glasses? Nope, it's not making it glare. I'm just looking for something just a little bit longer. A little bit longer than what these are. I think these are 12 millimeter long, and if I had some 14s, I'd feel a little bit more comfortable. But this is all stuff that I've actually went down and purchased from the hardware store, just for the different sizes. Like you and you. How much difference? Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. You know, and it's like you sit here and think, you know, well, how could I have prepared for this? I had no idea what was even in this bag, or in this box when it got to me. As many times as I had asked, hey, what are you sending? I just get a laugh. Like, ha ha ha, you know, demonic. If any of you guys know Mr. Spat, I kind of got worried. Nope, that one's a lot longer. Not a lot, but it's substantially longer. These two are the same size. I thought I seen one. Okay, let's see here. Those are that long. I might have to open this bag here up and just, yeah. I didn't want to mix them, but I know I have some longer screws in here. It is what it is. All that for one of those. Nope, right there. Perfect. Alrighty. I might as well keep out those prop nuts because I'll end up needing those. But yeah, at one point in time, I attempted to take all of this. And put it on my CL35, and ooh, I'm actually going to use some of these little spacers that I printed off. All they're there for is just to space that ESC up off the carbon just a little bit. That is the only purpose that they have. And like I said, I'm not going to put a camera in this thing tonight. I'm basically going to mount everything, screw everything down, and I'll fly it line of sight in here just to see how it feels. And if I like how it feels, then I'll stick a camera in it. Not tonight. Make sure I'm putting everything in the right holes. There we go. Alright, now the rest of this can go back in the bag. Not everything. Good thing I thought about that, or else I'd be digging back in this bag here in a little bit. I don't know if I want to keep those out, or I think I'll be safe with just using the... No, I will use one more little... In between the flight controller and the ESC gummies, I am going to stick one more set of those little gummies. And do I see enough of them? No. Here's number 3. Well, I'm trying to get to number 3 and I can't get to it. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 for the top, and oh, I see one right there. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the bottom. All right. But at least this will be a quick throw together, and you know, there's not a whole lot to it, you know. And I've thought to myself, you know, hey, how do I prepare for a stream like this? You know, you almost can't. You know, especially when you're doing an unboxing and you just, you know, you get excited about what you get and you just want to throw it together and fuck it, we're going to turn this into a unboxing / build video. You know, you don't know what you're getting. You know, for all I know, Jeremy sent me a baked potato and with a Ziploc baggie full of vegetables and bacon bits. You know, you never know. Where do we donate? For the motors, there should be a link in the description. it's gonna go quiet for a second, and I'll put a link. Give me a second, just because I know the audio when I switch to the other screen, it's gonna be stupid on me. And then it's gonna make me do this here. Sign into chat, open in web browser. I'm trying to, but it's not letting me. There we go. And I will do it like this. Pin message. Alright. Sub, if you're going to donate, man, I definitely appreciate that. Basically, what had happened, the reason why I'm trying to get those motors is because I attempted, at one point in time, I attempted to put these motors, this whole stack, motors, everything, I attempted to put this on the CL35, or also known as the Synlog 35. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Oh, top chat. Let me move that to the live chat. Okay. And it was just, it was a pain in the ass. It just, the motors are way too small. It was, yeah, it flew. It was almost stupid trying to continue flying it. I tried adjusting PIDs. I tried adjusting this. I tried adjusting that. Nothing. Everything that I did as far as tuning, I could not get a thing to work right with that. So, and like I said, the only reason why I'm putting these in the middle is just to create a little bit more of a space in between the flight controller and the ESC. You're going to roll back over, arrow still pointed forward. Done. I'm going to have to solder on a, oh, what is that thing called? A receiver. I couldn't remember what it was called. I'm going to have to solder on a receiver. Is that the right size? Of course not. Why would I think that's the right size? I had to reach into my coffee cup. I don't know if you guys seen that or not. For my RDQ tools. Not perfect, but, you know, is what it is. It works. Keeps them all organized and directly right out of my hair while I'm doing what I'm doing. Oh, you know what? And I put all that oh, no, wait. Yes, I did. I put all that stinking hardware back, and what happened? Forgot to get the motor screws. Come on, did I get it that time? Yes. Alright. Another one. How many build videos have you guys ever watched where someone, if they get the frame and it's put together, they literally just like, oh, we're just going to slap all this on here, and I'm already to the point to where I could just start heating up a soldering iron to solder a receiver on there. And I didn't even have to use the other little gummies because the top of the gummies that are around the flight controller, it's there. I'm just happy you got real tools. Dude, I still got Allen keys. They're right here. Can't see them. You can't see them through the bag, but they're there. Trust me, they're there. I will break them out if you guys are into some stupid humor. And this is gonna be tricky here because I don't know if I have any screws. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough screws that small. And I'm literally looking in every one of the bags. I will use plastic nuts on the bottom of the screws if I have to. Which one of y'all did that? Please hold. I hope I have the alert set up on here to see where that came from. Now I gotta now I'm paying attention to my phone to see where that came from. Whoever it was, I appreciate that. Hook me up with some X-Hover XH 2207. Dude, I don't have any 2207s. One of y'all, whoever did that, whoever sent that, you don't have to say who it was, but I definitely appreciate it. Whoever sent that $20, I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys. Well, that puts me almost halfway towards those goals, or towards that goal. But for those of you guys that don't know, the CL35, this is the CL35. I initially tried flying with these motors. These motors are 1407s. Are they 14 or they're 1407s or 1507s? I think no, they're 1507 3800 kVs. They're the Zing motors. This thing flew like shit. I ain't gonna lie. No. So what I had done was, oh, I have a Diatone, a Diatone Taycan. It's messed up, so was it subsonic? Yeah, subsonic, man, I appreciate that if you did that. These Diatone Mambas, these are 20, no, they're not even. These are 1606 3750 kV. How can I say it? I'm trying to keep it light to keep the video as long as possible. And I still get a lot of wobble, you know, so it's still, the motors just aren't there. Gep RC is putting these 2204 motors and their plug and plays, their bind and flies. I am yet to find anybody build one like I did, as far as on the internet. Everybody's buying the plug and plays or the bind and flies, and yeah, so it's like, really, people? Okay, those are, I got 3 right there, but these 3 screws, they're not exactly motor screws. They are for a Vista, for the Vista camera. I want to look and see if they're even gonna, are they the right size? We're gonna find out here in a second. Yeah, well, I can get 3 of them just completely tied up and out of the way to where they're not just flopping around everywhere. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so let me spin these one more time. Pull that shielding down a little bit. Start spinning the end of this. I always forget to do that with the when I'm doing a build or doing something when it comes to the second camera, the overhead camera. I always forget to have it in the view. It's plenty. It's long enough, or it's short enough to not go through. But these are some tall motors, so I might be able to get away with using some longer ones as well. So, but yeah, I like this. Open up a box and somebody, you know, it's open up a box from somebody, and they're like, "Hey, man, look, sorry you've been waiting so long for this frame, but I have one. I don't fly it, or I have an extra one. Here you go. I thought you'd like it. Whatever the case may be." And you know, I already got. I don't even. I don't even have to stick this through beta flight. It's already ready to go. I don't even have to update it. You know, could I update it to the new firmware? Yeah, I probably could, but that would make sense. Why would anybody want to do that? I mean, Emu Flight will help. Um, guys, I am actually trying out a whole bunch of stuff. I'm trying out. Like I said earlier, I got into iNav. I'm trying a bunch of stuff. I'm actually, you know, Spat and I are in the process. He's, you know, been helping me figure things out as far as getting things ready for the for getting my 680 up into the air. I don't know, you guys can kind of see it. It's right over my right shoulder. It's right there. It's a 680 millimeter from one corner to the other corner. It's a big one. It used to have Pixhawk on it when I ran it before, but it was on a 550 DJI frame, and I can't really twist those yet because I don't have a fourth screw just to hold it in place. For the love of God, can somebody remind me? I'm just gonna mix all this stuff and put them in containers tomorrow. Screw it. Can someone please remind me? Do not fly this. I only have one screw in every motor, simply because all I'm doing is putting a screw in the motors just to keep them out of the way for the time being. Is that gonna be too long? Oh, that's questionable. So that means I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, that booster, yeah, you've seen that thing. Dude, that thing is huge. It is a behemoth. 14-inch props, I think I'm going to end up... I think is the end goal to put on it. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, it is huge. But it's mainly going to be a cinematic kind of drone. It's just basically to video. Looking. And I know I have other screws elsewhere. I just don't have... Here's 4 of them right here. I'm sitting here searching all over. And... Booster, I know you knew that bag was right there, and you forgot to tell me that, hey, you got a bunch of screws right there that'll work. I'm just kidding. It was Johnny Blaze's fault. But Subsonic, man, it's like, you know, it's people like you, people like Jeremy, you know, that help, you know, that, I don't even know how to exactly say it, because, I mean, everybody helps in a different way. You know, and it's... You know, I appreciate that so much. You know, you have no idea. You have no idea how... Who the fuck said send it? I saw that. Subsonic. You know what? Subsonic, because you did what you did, I'll put props on here right after I put the receiver on it, and I'll send it. Ugh. This time next week, there's going to be a different donation thing down there. Well, there's definitely going to be a different one on there. Johnny's like, always my fault. Well, I guess while I'm sitting here, I'm going to take this 650. I'm still here. I'm just charging up a small 6 or a small 4S. It's a Tattoo 650. So, alright. Well, I found some other screws. So, I'm going to... I mean, unfortunately, there was only 5 of them in that bag, so... We're gonna, when this thing gets sent... I'm gonna send it with at least I'm gonna try and put 2 in it. So while I'm working. Ow! How many all of you? God damn! How many all of you? How many of y'all have actually done that? Where you're putting motors on, and you get your finger in between the carbon and the motor, and pinch it while you're tightening it down. How many y'all? How many have actually done that? That freaking stung. Alright, there we go. So, this motor shouldn't have issues simply because it has 2 screws in it. But I tell you what, they are maxed out as far as the spacing. It's like one's in one corner, the other's in the other corner. I mean, there's no way you could get the. It would be nice to have a little bit more freedom in getting those motors placed. Like, what is it? The little, I don't know, the little slots, holes, whatever. It would be nice to have a little bit more play in those. Yeah, that actually worked. Nope. I'm glad I looked again. Somehow, some way that got moved up. Alright. I'm gonna have to take this screw completely out, because I just noticed Subsonic. You probably already ran into this already, but the bottom of the I'm gonna show it here. I'm using my lap to help, but it's almost like they're grooved. I don't know what the heck's up with that, but it's my screw don't slide in and out. It's like almost like there's a hole and then another hole, like almost like an hourglass figure. Let's see here. Test emu flight. I am going through and I am testing the different flight configurators as far as like beta flight. Beta flight is the only one that I've ever used. It's the only one that I've, I'm not gonna say comfortable with, but it's it's just the only one I've ever used. I got into iNav last night or the night before because I have I want to say it's made by T-Motor. It's a Hyphon RC. It has an actual barometer in it where you could set it up and do hover mode, I guess it is. With the 680, that's the whole purpose behind that thing. So essentially, I'm just gonna end up putting I'm gonna put like an external barometer on it. Who retracted his message? Sub, did you retract your own message? I'm not logged in the studio right now, so I can't see it. Alright, we're gonna try Caddy Corner. And actually we're gonna, just so we can see a little better, I'm gonna try and refrain from looking at the camera. Okay, right there. I'm going to try and refrain from looking at the camera so that way you guys don't get the flashlight glare of death. There we go. But yeah, at least that 680, I'm going to have a GPS put on it. I'm going to have, it's going to basically have as much on it as I possibly can. That way, it'll be a sufficient videography drone. At some point in time, yes, I will be looking into doing my Part 107. Come on. But Emu Flight, I've heard of it. I've never played with it. I don't know. I know absolutely zero about Emu Flight. I knew absolutely nothing about iNav until last night, and I'm not gonna lie. When I got into iNav for the first time, I ain't gonna lie, it was very intimidating. I'm looking at all these little screws right here, and I'm trying to, decipher which one is going to be the absolute shortest as far as its length. Simply because I don't want this thing going all the way through and... See, that one's kind of close, but I should be safe. Close is okay. I didn't want it to get too questionable. I don't like that's not going to line up right. I'm kind of wondering if these motors that I'm putting on here, I'm kind of wondering if these things are just too big to begin with, simply because it looks like someone drilled out the motor holes. I mean, it don't look like it came off a CNC machine looking like that. Some of the slots aren't exactly lined up. I'm not complaining, by all means. I am not complaining, so... But I'm wondering if my motors are just too... No, I'm not saying too big, but... Alright, so let's get... Alright, let's catch up on stuff here while this is warming up. Electronics, where are you? La-di-da-di-da-di-doo. I'm looking for the, wait, they might actually still be on here. Yep, they're already mounted on the other quad. Not mounted, but they're already on there, so... I'll just borrow the receiver off of that drone. Alright, I keep missing this shit. Who's the... Jeff Poole, what's going on? I see you're in here now. Jeff, we're doing trying to do a very fast Nemesis build. Did an unboxing today just to kind of recap things. Mr. Spat sent me a bunch of propellers and 2 of these little itty bitty things here. I think these are the Nemesis micros, I think it was. But we're trying to do a quick little build with these real quick, just to have it done. And I already had the flight controller, the ESC, the motors, everything was already all attached. So we're just going to try and see if I can't get this thing to hover in the air right behind me. And you can see on my phone, I'm trying to just monitor it if and when this thing freaking pops out. So, Sub, you already got ratted out once already. I appreciate, what you did. Whoever, put the other 10 in there, I appreciate that. What do I got? I got 20. Oh, yeah, because I put it as a March 1st goal, like to try and have it by March 1st, or reach the goal by March 1st. So I'm already over halfway by about $4, by about $5 actually. So whoever did the other 10, I appreciate that. Sub, if I find out that it was you, you'll have to. I'll give you a hug, but no tongue. Um, let's see here. And this was a Jeff, man. Jeff, I appreciate that. See, Jeff didn't even wait to get ratted out by somebody. But then again, you know, you guys have things that you're doing on an everyday basis, so you know I don't expect everyone to be right there all the time. Mamba. What do we? What? This is the diatone Mamba, so I'm assuming I'm gonna have. Fuck me. I am gonna have to look. Was this the F what 403 Mini MK3? Ooh, I can look. I can go through and look. Jeff, I definitely appreciate that, man. I'm gonna have to go through here and look at the first one. I'm looking at the first video right now. My first attempt at the live stream, and it wasn't it. So now I'm skimming through this one. When I actually grabbed out the electronics. Because all of my stacks, they're all Mambas. They're all pretty similar as to which ones they are. And I know in the video I held the electronics up in the camera. I must have already passed it. I mean, I see the electronics sitting there. I'm looking at it here again. Come on. And it's sitting right, you know, at a spot where I can't see exactly what it is. Who was in here? F405 Mini MK3 30 amp. Sonic, I think you're right. Oh, that battery's ready. Okay, so we got F405 MAMBA F405 Mini, because that actually freaking makes a difference. And you thought it was the MK3 images. We got wiring, manual. Yep, that'll work. Let's do. So it looks like F405 Mini MK 3.5 MK3. There we go. Open image in new tab. Make it bigger. So I got export the RC. So I'm gonna have that one, and that one. So ground power, and then the, what do you call it? So black, red, green. Okay. I'm saying black, red, green just simply because the way that the wires that I have on here. So alright, so dip you in there. Get everything nice and smoky. I have a fan that I had created just for doing what it is that I'm doing right now. The fan helps pull the, what do you call it? It helps pull the smoke away from my face. But like I said, we're trying to do this as quick as we can. And yeah, I'm just throwing this stuff on the ground. That's how fast I'm trying to go. Okay. I hope this tip is going to be small enough. Yeah, go ahead, somebody. The receiver that I'm using is a R9M, R9MM. What do I get? I want a hug. Ask what you were using. What receiver? My wife had me 3D print new stuff for her drone. What's your wife flying? And tell me, is your wife flying better than you now, or what? Alright, I'm going to trim some of this. See, there we go again. I'm not used to putting what I'm doing right in the screen. Oh. Of course. There we go. Alright. So we're going to do the black first. Black, red, and then green for the signal. And no, I'm not going to shorten these up any, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I knew I was going to need a little bit more on that ground one. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm hoping you guys are able to see what it is that I'm doing, but this is not a... Guys, this is not a... If you're a beginner, do what I'm doing. And yes, I am right-handed. Attempting to do this with my freaking left hand. Or hold the soldering iron with my left hand. And surprising myself the whole time here. Oh, I just can't get that. I'm trying to... There we go. I can get this. I can get it this way now. I don't like the fact that I just can't see what it is that where it's going. And I don't like soldering over the board. That'll work. Okay. Not that'll work. Not like it was a bad thing. It just... It'll work. Alrighty. So let's twist these back up a little bit. And the reason why I didn't cut the wires or trim the wires down, guys, is like I said, this is just... All we're doing is I'm just putting this thing in the air. That is the whole... what we're doing here. So I'm going to take you. I don't know if you guys have ever seen anybody do this. I popped off the ribbon cable coming from the ESC to the flight controller, the 4-in-1, and I'm tucking the shrink-wrapped receiver inside of there, just to help keep it out of the way for the time being. Motor wires are also going to help hide some of the antenna wiring, I guess you could say, the antenna itself. I mean, you guys can kind of see roughly what I'm doing here, and all I'm doing is just, you know, so I'm not having to coil everything up and make a complete mess of everything here. Come on. All that's literally doing is just helping protect the antenna, because this thing's actually going to go back on that 680 when it's done. I have an R9, or no, wait, what do I have? I have an RSXR somewhere. I just do not know where it is right off the top of my head. Okay, I think I could have stayed under it that last one, and then just ran it right up and over that last time. So, but the battery is charged. It is ready to go. Can you just go up and on top and right here, just to get out of the way and stay out of the way? Hopefully, stay out of the way. I mean, that's pretty much, you know, I'm not saying as tight as it would need to be, but it's like literally there's no wire in the way of anything now. D3, let me know if you need anything. Jeff, if you're still in here, just elaborate a little bit on that question. My wife's out of town. I'm just kidding. The thing I need the most is somebody to fly with. That is ultimately what I need the most. I fly the diatone, 5-inch diatone frame that nobody flies anymore. There you go, man. Enjoy your motors. Thank you guys. Spooner, for whatever reason, because I've never done a donation thing like this before. Bear with me, hold on. Because I've never done a donation thing like this before, asking people, you know, for monetary help. You know, usually I ask for, you know, help with, hey, advice, or hey, what the fuck, you know, I got this problem, or, you know, I'm trying to do this, or I'm trying to build that, or I'm trying to make a fucking potato fly. Yeah, I did that. I didn't know where I could actually see who did what. As far as whatnot. But I did not realize in the feed, I'm looking here, and I'm actually looking in the chat of the YouTube chat, and because YouTube and Streamlabs, they talk to each other, but they don't talk. They don't whisper to each other. They'll talk to each other, but all the side conversations that goes on between Streamlabs and everything else, YouTube don't see that. So as I'm looking in the chat here, I didn't see it. But my mini feed, it shows that right here on here, and I did not know that I could actually see that in here. But I can see when someone subscribes. I had a Tom Peppers subscribe 12 days ago. 35 minutes ago, Subsonic, you know, helped out. And then I see Spooner tip 10 and Spooner tipped at 35. Guys, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to people helping as far as this side of things, monetarily. You know, I think it's more or less because I'm not saying I see my wife and I struggling. I mean, obviously, I'm in a bigger space. This space that you guys see behind me, it is brand new. You know, so I hear, you know, well, like, oh, you need help with that. Well, you just got, you know, you just got that new shed, that work area. Okay, we did. Aside from me building drones, I also build websites. One of the businesses that I build a website for, I don't charge him monthly. I don't charge him annually. I don't charge him at all. So my 8x10 was a quick fix to an office when my newborn was born a little over 2 years ago. He shipped over a 8x10 shed, and that's what I started doing all my videos and stuff out of. That's what I started building drones out of. That's where I built my websites. That's what I did everything in. 2 years later, now I have this. I was asked if a 10 by 24 would help, if it would create more space. Because in the evenings when our kids go to bed, when my wife and I's kids go to bed, and this is me just getting personal with you guys, when the kids go to bed, I bring the monitor out here so I can see what's going on in my daughter's room. I have a Amazon Echo system that is in here as well, that I can hear what my daughter's doing, and if she needs me, she can jump on that. I'd like to make you a graphic at some point too, if that's okay. Sub, I'm not gonna say no, man. I'm not gonna say no to anything. But when my wife and kids go to bed, or excuse me, when my kids go to bed at roughly 7:30, it's me and my wife's time. But she knows that I love coming out here. I love getting in front of the camera, talking to you guys, and doing exactly what it is that I'm doing right now, which I kind of, I can be putting 4 more fucking screws in this thing real quick. But I want to come out here and hang out with you guys. I want to come out here and, whether I'm watching a stream, whether we're hanging out, whatever the case may be, she knows that I enjoy coming out here. She has an undercover passion as well. That passion happens to be she plays Call of Duty. I will not play against her anymore. I'll play with her. I will not play against her. She plays with streamers. She plays with some people that are very good, and she has somehow, some way, has quickly, I guess you could say, leveled up. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. But the purpose of me saying yes to a 10 by 24, which gave us it's 3 times the amount of space that we had before, is you guys can see the couch there. You guys can see the TV over against the wall over there. Now we can come out here together and continue to use the electronics that we're currently using to monitor what is going on inside of our house, while we're separating ourselves from them, yet spending time together. I hope that made sense. We can come out here and enjoy our own privacy. Granted, we have a bedroom we can do that in, but this gives us a chance. This gives us an area where we can just her and I. I know they're out here somewhere. I just don't know where they're at. I'm looking for. I will zip tie a battery on this thing if I have to. I know I have straps out here somewhere. I just don't know exactly right where they are, right off the top of my head. But I just went ahead and just put the upper plate on it. But this. I'm not used to this kind of help. I'm not used to people like you guys that are like, you know what? Hey man, here's $10. Hey man, you know what? Spooner man, you definitely get a hug. You're always here. You're always hanging out. You're always you're there. But I'm not used to that. So for you guys, sub, I definitely appreciate it. Spooner, man, I appreciate it too. And but like I said, I mean, it's like some of these people, they're like, oh well, if you should have built the drones that you wanted and got what you wanted before you got your shed. And it's like, I didn't pay for the structure, I didn't pay for the roof, I didn't pay for the wood, and I didn't pay for the nails. I take care of an individual that this is basically his way of saying, hey, here you go. And when I finish getting my other one cleaned out, he comes and gets it and then turns around and sells it. So it's a win-win for both of us. So, but needless to say, I have a bunch of scraps somewhere. Really, Jeremy? You couldn't have sent me a strap? Like I said, I will zip tie one on there if I have to. But whatever scrap it is, it's got to be a small one. And I think this one here will be small enough. It's a hobby power one. I'm not gonna be like ripping this thing around like crazy. Should I plug it in first, the Betaflight, just to check and see? Wow. I don't even know if this strap here is gonna work. Wait, I know what I could do. Did somebody say stand the battery up end on end? You know, but like I said, you know, for you guys that are, you know, that, you know, helped with this evening, you know, I appreciate that. You know, it definitely means a lot, you know, and I don't expect people to, you know, but I was told, just in case, I was told, put it up there, you know, what's the worst that could happen? You know, somebody gets you $5 closer to your goal. So, and that's not me picking my nose, it's the side, which I ain't afraid to pick my nose on here. Alright, let's try 1 amp. Alright, that works. And I'm just gonna arm the motors with it before I put the props on it, and just to see what direction they're going. And yes, I am gonna use the strap that Mr. Spat had sent me. You know what? Hold on. I am gonna stick this in Betaflight, or stick it, run it, let it go through Betaflight just in case. So let me minimize this. Hopefully this thing don't crash again. So, and for the moment, guys, I'm not going to be able to see any of your guys' comments just because I got Betaflight running right now, and not running, but I'm just checking the configuration. Now see, yep, something 45 degrees. Let's, yeah, something in the config. Is it the configuration where you can change it 45 degrees? Yeah, negative 45. We're gonna go 0. Save and reboot. I knew something was gonna be off with it just because of the way that because of what I did with it before. Okay, forward, left, back, right. Because of how I was trying to mount it before, I think that's what it was. PID tuning, I'm not worried about that. Configuration, the ports, 4, that should be fine. Receiver, what was that? That was the D-quad.
Okay, Daddy. Have fun. Don't break anything.
And I know what I could have did. Let me bounce back into here, and I'm gonna go to at least here. That way, you guys can kind of see a little bit of what's going on and what I'm doing. What was it? D-quad obsession, which will soon be 680. I'm waiting to see if it's if the receiver's powered by the no, so the receiver must be powered by the battery. Come on. It is the receiver out of my battery. Or the receiver out of the... Actually, let me turn... No, wait. Let me unplug this. And then I'll plug it back in. I don't know why. Sometimes it makes me do that. Oh, I already see what happened. We're going to unplug this. I'm going to have to plug this back in, so it's going to be a couple more minutes, guys, just so I can, long enough to get this thing here heated back up. I already see what I did wrong. Or not did wrong, but I guess because I was trying to solder with the wrong hand, this is what happens. So, I don't think you guys are going to be able to see that. Sorry about the light. I'm going to try and see if you guys can see. Trying to... Of course, it's not going to focus. But needless to say, the ground wire popped off. Not popped off, but unsoldered. So it'll be a quick, easy fix. Let's see here. Let's go. Johnny Blaze. Mandaloo, that thing. Drone parts, man. I got you, bro. Love you, man. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, Booster. Tell me a little bit about that email. Yeah, tell me about the email, or tell, just as briefly as you can, tell me about the, as briefly as you can via, texting or typing, let me know what did they say about that? What was your solution? Sub, what do you mean we need more D3? My wife had me get a vasectomy, man. I can't. I'm done. They're done. No more D3s. If I had another one, I'd have to be D4. The D3, I don't know how you guys pick your names, but I'm a dad. My first name starts with David, and I got 3 little girls, and those, my son, I love my son, but, there's a lot of behind whatever with my son. My girls mean the world to me. I got a 7-year-old in the house. I have a 2-year-old in the house, and those 2 are quite the handful, just to say the least. And yeah. So, but that's kind of where the D3 came from. That's why I make the comment about the vasectomy, and then I'd have to change my name. So, right-handed, and I'm trying to do this with my left hand. Trying to just pull a little bit more over so I can just grab it and hold it. Where'd it go? Oh. I'm trying to grab it just right. Oh, and then it moves on me. Oh, don't touch that. Okay, I'm gonna attempt, because I got more control with my right hand than I do with my left, and I'm trying to, and this is exactly why I'm wearing eyeglasses. These glasses, guys, the only purpose of these glasses is for drone work. Dang it, I can't get it. Just so I can, just to help me be able to see the meticulous, not meticulous, but the like little itty bitty everythings. I came across this secret when I was doing my Flywoo Explorer. There, that thing's on there now. It ain't going nowhere. Alright. Alright, let's see here. I need like some more of these streams. Dude, it's the streams that I want to do. They're more or less like you know, we constantly see streams where people are inviting, like, hey, come onto my stream, and hey, what do you do? How do you fly? What do you, you know, it's like, no. What I want to know is, today's Saturday. What are you building? You know, what is down here at your house? You know, let's see that. Let's see what you got going on, you know. Hey, what are your ideas? What are your concepts? Guys, I have made a fucking potato fly. A legitimate raw potato. I put arms in the freaking potato, hollowed out the bottom, and then put a piece of plastic in there with the electronics, and then screwed the electronics in up through the potato and made a potato fly. You know, it's like little silly stuff that, you know. Oh, he said he can't. Okay, I know what you're referring to there, Booster. You know, but that's what I want to do. I want to see what people are doing. You know, what do you got going on? You know, I'm not saying what's so special that you got, but you know, kind of. There it goes. It's on the receiver now. All right, guys. If you guys give me a second with your guys' comments. I'm just gonna type a. I just updated a 75mm TKS and waiting for the spring, dude. Subsonic, where are you located? I'm just gonna type a few letters right here, just so I know where I'm leaving off as far as the chat. But yeah, where are you located? I'm in northwestern Michigan, and we just got dumped on with a bunch of snow. So, all right, so forward, left, right, back, all that's done. The receiver, let's see here. All right, I got throttle up. No, I knew something was going to be wrong. So I got my roll is where my yaw is, and my yaw is where my roll is, so I need to move A and R. So that's going to be A, R, save. Alright, yaw left, yaw right, roll left, roll right, pitch forward, pitch back. Okay. 1005, 1550. I don't need a dead band. Everything's pretty solid. I'll just leave it there. Modes. Make sure arm is up. Horizon. I'm definitely going to use horizon for the little test hover here. Beeper. I don't need a beeper on it right now, but it's already there. Flip over after crash. Pre-arm is on aux 6. That's right. Guys, I might have to pause the video for just a second. Like I said earlier, my wife's in Florida, and that's her giving me a call right now. So just bear with me. I'm going to pause this, and I will be right back as far as the microphone is concerned. Alright. I told her she had to kick rocks because I'm talking to you guys. You guys are sending me money. She's spending money. I'm just kidding. So back over to Betaflight real quick. Flip over after crash. I do not need that on. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh wait, let's go into the motors real quick, just to double check everything. I'm gonna have to plug it in. God, that pop. Whoa. I don't know why it's so aggressive on this. Oh, see, motor number 1's backwards. 2 is backwards. 3 is backwards. And actually motor 1, 2, I even named them off backwards. They're all backwards. So we're gonna, and I'm not gonna go through the whole updating this thing right now. I'm gonna bounce into the BL Heli configurator real quick. I'm not gonna go through. I'm not gonna update the flight controller just to do this right now and just have it changed all through BL Heli. Come on. No, I want 3. I'm just trying to hurry up and do this real quick. Alright, we're going to normal to reversed, reversed to normal, reversed to normal, normal to reversed. Right setup. Alright. Should be good. There. Let's go back into here. Maximize. Go back into motors. I understand. Whoa, that's too high. Okay. Okay, let's start with number 1. 1 is correct. 2 is right. 3 is correct. 4 is right. Okay, perfect. Alrighty, let's disconnect. Disconnect. Unplug the battery just for the time being. And let's find some really aggressive 3-inch propellers. So I can send. I can't send it to the moon. I cannot send it to the moon in here. I only have an 8.5 foot ceiling. Oh wait, I can't see you guys. All right, there we go. Let's catch up real quick. Subsonic, you're in Michigan. Where in Michigan? Okay, because I'm gonna do the idiot thing real quick. Ready? I'm gonna do it before you do. We're gonna go to 1 cam. Okay, obviously, let's see here. You should be looking at it correctly. Okay, I am way up over here. I'm in Ludington. Right there. So that's there you go. Now you can see it better. I'm about 10 miles off the water in Ludington. Pittsburgh. Boosters, sorry guys, what I miss. Dude, you missed the boosters in Baltimore. I thought about the whole propped out thing, dude, but I was kind of unsure about it. I am not gonna lie. I was unsure about doing the whole props out, especially when I seen that every one of the motors spun the direction that they did. And I do want to look at one more thing in the configuration. Oh, it's not there anymore. Where is it in motors? Okay. I wanted to make sure that the motor direction was not reversed. Okay. Booster, you missed it, dude. We flew it and everything.
Telemetry lost.
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. And sub, if you don't want to just say where you're at, give me like a generalized West Branch, probably straight across from you on the other side of the state, dude. That means Spat's like straight south of you, about 3 hours. Oh yeah, props. Oh wait, here we go. We are this close. This close. Alright. Does anybody... I got blue, red, purple, black. What do you guys... Who wants what? Who wants what colors? Actually, it'll take too long to see it. So... I've never flown the blue ones. So I know the blue ones are going to be not bent up or abused. Double check these things. Make sure they're not going to touch. Perfect. But yeah, over here where I'm at, I've ran into a couple of guys that fly like your DJI Mavics and stuff like that. I know another gentleman, he's got an Aspire, but my wife had me run to get something. That's all right, Booster. I'm just kidding, man. You really didn't miss anything. I actually got a phone call from my wife, like I said earlier. She's down in Florida. Who is that? Johnny Blaze. You said red, you cocksucker. Johnny Blaze said red. Alright, I got a red, a blue, Next couple colors, 2 more colors. I'm not letting you guys pick motors. So here's a red. Here's a blue. Worst case scenario, if you're in Ludington, you're about 2.5 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours from me. Do you know where Ludington is? Or you might have Googled it real quick, because I see. Yeah, you probably bounced out real quick just to look and see where Ludington was. All right, let's see here. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, talking to you guys and finding out, what do you guys have going on? What is this? What is that? What ideas are rolling through your head to try and do something different than anybody else is doing? I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with the Player One frame, but part of the ideas behind me and where I blow through a lot of my own personal money is from... It's not together, and I'm trying to find a dang... I'm trying to find a dang, what do you call it? Carbon fiber arm. But I'll put it right here. I 3D printed this arm. Who's familiar with the Player One frame from Brock Lee? If you are familiar with that, this is a 3D scan version of that arm, or one of the arms that I modified myself and stretched out from a 5-inch to a 6-inch. And now when I say that I take a lot of my own money and I blow it to try and come up with different ideas, different concepts, here is a polycarbonate arm. It's dirty, sorry. Completely see-through. You guys can see right through this thing, but you guys can also see the light reflecting up top. There's also like a dark groove that goes around the side of it. I bought the glass. I sought out for some people that have a I sought out for some individuals that have even a desktop CNC machine, and I found a gentleman that was able to cut a groove. Like when I say cut a groove, I don't know if this is going to be too big or not, but I just put a screw in there. I mean, obviously you can see the screws not rolling off the sides. Let's see here. But you guys can kind of see that it has a groove that runs along the... There's the screw right in the center. You guys, I'm sure you guys can see that.
Inactivity alarm.
You guys can actually see the groove too. Let's let that fall out. Come on.
Inactivity alarm.
So the purpose of this was taking some EL wire. Shut up. Taking some EL wire, running it down in there, and basically, whether it's hot glue, something, it was going to light up the arms. It flew once in here as a hover test, and yeah, needless to say, that's what ended up happening. It snapped right here just because you can see how... Come on, go back. You can see how thin that area is. There is just no strength there whatsoever. But I hover tested it in here, like I'm going to do with the this little Nemesis right now. And it did fine inside. But the second I put the goggles on and took it outside and flew it outside, it didn't like it, because when we hover test, we take more caution in getting it in the air for the first time, which I'm going to do the same exact thing right here. And yes, High Fly FPV has some real bright LED stuff. Yes, I seen that. And Sub, I will also say this. I shared the idea with them. My idea. And this was their result. So, but needless to say, I could not find anybody fast enough to help me work with what I was doing here with these things, and as a result, yeah. Is that? Oh, okay. But I mean, I have that thing, and I had that project going on. I had like 3 major big projects going on all at one time. Subsonic, another thing that I love to do, and I think if I'm not mistaken, Jeff Poole's probably already seen these, but I do have another passion when it comes to drones. And it's making them look really fucking cool. I love taking drones, and this was a tribute to Get FPV for winning one of their contests. If you guys notice it, or you guys can see it, that is actually Get FPV's logo that's on top of this thing. It's on the upper plate. It's up here. It's everywhere. So when it's coming at you, obviously, when it's flying at you, you guys can see in the upper right, you're going to see the logo, and then just to kind of create some chaos at the bottom, that's what we got at the bottom, with some super bright ass white LEDs. But there's that. Then I take, and I love hydro dipping. So I don't like creating anything that looks like something that somebody else has. Everything, like legitimately. My goggles match my transmitter. My transmitter matches my drones. I mean, it's that's just they're just my projects. They're just stuff that I like to do, and I like to share with people. Like, hey, what do you got going on? Oh, okay, well, let's do this. So, all right, now it's time. We're gonna go to one cam. I'm gonna try and give you guys the best possible viewing experience.
Telemetry recovered.
The best possible viewing experience that you guys can possibly get right now. And no, I haven't even tried to arm this thing yet, so we're just gonna do it all right now. So that's down, tucked underneath there. You're tucked underneath there. You're out of the way of every fucking thing. I mean, I could take these and just, so I'm not bending them as bad as they are, just tuck them underneath the motor wires. No, yeah, because they can't hit the bell from where they're at. Okay, there we go. So this is what we're gonna try and stick this thing in the air just like this, because I don't have a strap small enough to hold that battery flat, so it's gonna be a little top heavy. But I'll put it in horizon mode. It should help. All right, 3, 2, 1. It's a lot quieter than I thought. It's a lot peppier than I thought. And that there is how you talk your wife into getting you a new fuselage for your glider. My first crash. Live. But I mean, it's got some pep to it. I was actually really surprised. I was actually really surprised when it went in the air, or when it went up. Just knowing where the throttle was positioned in my fingers. But guys, that's it. She's built. It's done. I'll let you guys in on another little not secret, not a project that I got going on that I want to do. Damn, what the hell was I gonna what was I gonna say? I forgot. I know I was gonna tell you about the projects, but just just different things that I want to get going, dude. It does. I was really North. What's going on, man? Thanks for stopping in here. I'm really surprised that it, you know, punched out the way that it did. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Johnny, I'm glad. Hey, you know, if you got humor out of that, you know, I'm not happy. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked. Blizzard, I see you in here. You know, I'm really shocked in how the way that thing took off. I'm not gonna lie. But what I want to do, this is ultimately my goal. This area that I'm in right now, this is just a 10 by 24 shed, like I mentioned earlier. Can you message me on Facebook? Jeff, give me a group name that we're in. That you're in. You're in Optimized Drone, correct? I'm gonna have to wait a second just to. Nope, not Helma. These are the groups that I'm in. I have Hellfire FPV Team, Quad Monkeys, Optimized Drone. And yeah, I'll shoot you a message after the stream, but I'll hit you up real quick while you're here in this one here. That way it's there. Dude, we do. I'd love to get together. I mean, I've been trying to get together with Spat for the last year, and it's really difficult. But just to give you guys an idea, obviously I am in a fully one. I'm assuming, Jeff, Optimized Drone is the yes. So the shed that I'm in, this thing is just constructed of. I'm just gonna type in. I'm just gonna post to the group. Just test hovered. Oh wait, here I'll do it like this. Here, you guys will know exactly what I'm putting. Just test hovered a 3-inch Nemesis. And then I'm gonna hit return. LIVE. Alright, I just posted that in the Optimized Drone group. So then at least now you can connect. You'll see it there, and then you can just push my little picture and then connect with me there. That'd be the easiest way. Okay, so here's what I want to do. Team Optimized Drone. If it's the team, like one of the team pilots or whatever, I'm not in that group. I'm just in the Optimized Drone group. I'm the designated pit boy for the team, but I don't get any of the group perks. So, alright, so obviously this thing here is constructed of wood with a metal roof. My goal, as the summer gets here, I want to get a capture card and a HDMI to USB-C. Claire is about halfway for it. Dude, Claire's not that far from Mr. Spat either. So I mean, I think what we could do between Mr. Spat, myself, and at least you, because you know you're here in Michigan too, kind of like triangulate. Okay, you're here, I'm here, he's there. What's in the middle? I know it's in the middle. I got, you know, the result of that. 2 kids inside. I got another one down in North Carolina. I just replied, "Hey," that way it was there. So, but yeah, we could all. I'd love to get together with people. But my thought is with the between using the capture card, using a USB-C to HDMI. Like, how many people do you see flying live, FPV live? You know, aside from they got their phone aimed at them, just pointed at them, saying, "Hey, I'm flying, look at me." Or someone's holding their phone for them and trying to record what they're doing, so they're constantly like, "Oh, there he goes. Oh shit, where'd he go?" You know. My thought is, out of the goggles, every set of DJI goggles, they have a USB-C out. Okay? Typically, what we're using that USB-C output for is either A, to update the thing, or B, you get the Android, that Android setup or whatever, where you can put the Android phone on it, and someone could hold the phone, the Bermuda Triangle. Yes. But you know, you can download the app on certain Android phones, and you can hand someone else your phone and use like those old school stick your phone in for the what is that, like the VR goggle sets or whatever. Why not? Where is Spat is currently working a double right now, and his doubles are, hold on, a single shift for him is 16 hours. So he's currently working a double right now. Yeah, Spat is, you know, he's the one that sent me all this stuff, and I'm just like completely like, whoa. And as I'm looking at it now I can actually get a better idea on how long of standoffs I'm gonna have to stick in here. You know, and I got some decently long standoffs that I can throw in there that will accept a CADX Vista underneath everything else. So, and it wouldn't be the first time I had to stack a CADX Vista underneath everything. But it's, how could I say it? You know, I want to be able to do a live stream, and just for say, hey, we just put this thing together last night. I went ahead and threw the Vista in it, you know, yesterday after, you know, or this afternoon. Let's see how this thing flies, and literally just open up the door and straight out the, just basically just switch scenes. Just basically click here and just be like, all right, guys, here we go. You know, or no. Better yet, I would use this one. You know, just switch the screen. You guys could still see me, or I could, you know, do like a stick cam here, you know, but in the upper right hand corner where you guys can see what I'm doing and how I'm flying it with my fingers and hands and whatnot. But yet you guys, instead of having this view down here of my desk or the build area, this would be what's coming into the capture card. And you guys could actually see me flying, you know. And I mean, I just think that's, you know, I think that would be amazing, you know. Tiny whoops. I know Ciotti does that, you know, where he'll do something crazy with, you know, where he's flying around. I don't know exactly how he has it set up, but I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's with the technology that we have out here today. There's better ways we can be doing that, you know. I mean, and I know Ciotti's usually using a, what is that called? He's using analog. I mean, like, legitimately, $40 for one of these things, you know, it's same thing. It picks up all of our analog channels, but the only difference is you have outputs on the side. You know, there's a RF out. You wouldn't need the RF, you know, because whatever. But there's your AV out, diversity, AV out, AVN. So all you're going to need is the audio right there. Just plug in the audio video cable right out of there. Have the converters that go into a capture card. Done. So, but I mean, that's something I would love to do. You know, and I haven't seen anybody do it yet. You know, everybody sees the intro videos of, you know, like the intro video that they made. You know, why can't my intro video be my drone sitting outside and my wife coming inside and hit go live, and the first thing you guys see is you're thinking it's a live video of like a premiere of a video. But it would be set up like this. I mean, you know what I mean? It's, dude, I need to make some more. I need to have some more made up. But it's just one of those things. I was actually out of work for about 5 months, and a lot of that stuff kind of got pushed off to the back burner, and yeah. But there's a big controversy behind that that logo, that image. Yeah. But needless to say, guys, I'm really surprised. You know what? I wanted to do it then, and I'm actually going to do it now. I am going to do it. I really want to. I want to see if I can get this thing to at least do like a backflip in here. You guys think it's got enough little pop or pep to
Switch warning.
to roll or do a backflip, front flip, anything, any kind of a flip? Spat's location. I want to find where we disappear into the triangle at. Hear that? Yes. Hey sub, what Facebook group are you in? If you're in Optimized Drone, go to Optimized Drones and message me from there, and I'll give you the city that he's in. Wait, hold on. Oh, I found all my fucking straps. Sub, he's in Blissfield. Blissfield, Michigan. Or you could just type in 49228. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna try and keep it away from the glider this time. And all the lights. I'm nervous because I got a roof in here. Oh, hold on. I heard that. Ugh. That sounded like one of the prop nuts came loose. Oh, I see what happened. Did one of them come loose? No, it wasn't the prop. My the XT60 or whatever got somehow, some way down in there. So we're gonna do this. That should help hold it in place. Battery strap right over the, whatchamacallit, all the ones you named. Oh well. I just can't get it all the way over. I ain't got the room in here, or the experience with it yet, because I keep trying to punch it like I got a full size drone. The first one, it kind of did it, but it still went up against the wall. That one worked. Alright, I did one. It's so, I don't even know what to call it. It's so, like, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm gonna have to take this thing and change. It's not the rates. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I feel like I'm gonna have to change like how. Definitely the throttle curve on it. I'm definitely gonna have to change the throttle curve. So, but yeah, that's it. So, but yeah, I can't wait to get this thing, take this thing back apart, and yeah, I'm gonna change the props too. I'm probably gonna you know what? You guys called the red and blue. I'm gonna leave the red and blue on there for quite some time. I'll leave them on there for a while. So. Get a smaller battery strap, my god. But guys, that's it. I mean, we did an unboxing tonight and found everything that, seen everything that Jeremy had sent, an abundance of 5-inch propellers. I got two of these small 3-inch. I think these are they got to be the 3s because I put 3-inch props on them. But 2 3-inch of the Nemesis minis or micros or whatever. The lanyard neck strap thingy. But yeah, and and now I found out that Subsonic is actually on all the ones you named. Yeah, just hit me up in there and I will either just send me a message from the group and well, let's see here. Is he just gonna comment on it or what are you gonna do? But yeah, we will definitely figure something out. We'll have to. But I mean that's my goal. That's my thing. It's just I want to hang out with y'all. I want to get y'all in here, say hey with y'all, and sit down and chat and let's see what you got going on. What do you got? What do you want to work on? Something as simple as like this thing here. There's a purpose behind this. Camera zoomed in. All right. The purpose behind this thing is because this here is for the 680, the 680 millimeter drone. This is the upper plate for the 680 millimeter drone. Well, screw holes here, 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 here. There, and then I can actually now right through and put stack screws through the back. This is just kind of a printed up template. Look at that shine on a 3D print. Wow. Anyways, so I will be able to put this on here, but this is kind of a template just to make sure that that's working. Make sure that my 30x30s are lining up for the full-size flight controller. And then I will build off from there so I can have this a little bit taller. So the screws will recede down into the bottom, but they won't come all the way through to the top. So I can put those in, mount the stack directly to this, and then screw that down to the actual top of the frame. This piece gets protected by another piece of carbon that is somewhere over the rainbow. Right here. And because of the flight controller that I'm going to be using, it will have a GPS on it. So my electronics will go down there, and this piece will screw in right on top. Completely hidden, completely covered, and concealed, I guess you could say. The motor wires, I think the motor wires, they're just going to pop out like down here in these little areas here. So they'll kind of come out. Go underneath the flight controller and just loop. It'll basically come up from the bottom, come out like this, and then once it comes out, then it'll just loop right back onto the actual pad itself, or I will mount them to the bottom of the pads. I just haven't figured all that stuff out yet. So, but yeah, on top of here, once that gets mounted, I'll just run a wire up through somewhere one of these holes, and it'll have the GPS right on top. And then this big, for those of you guys who have not seen it yet, let me bounce over to a single cam view because I am not going to be able to get it underneath there. but this thing here is what's gonna. This is the 680. I attempted to put the flight controller back here. There was a spot for some 30 by 30s, but I can't get this to lock into place because of the flight controller. So, guys, give me 1 second real quick. Hold on. It almost sounds like my daughter's out here. Alexa, what's the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 31 degrees Fahrenheit.
31 degrees. It don't feel like 31. It definitely feels colder than 31. So, but guys, that is it. I'm not gonna say I'm cutting this short because I'm really not cutting it short. It's not like, you know, it was scheduled, but yeah. I am going to get off of here because my wife is going to be calling me back. She was actually on her way back up to the hotel room. So I am going to try and get a hold of Jeff before it gets too late. That way at least him and I can chat. I can see what's on his mind and what he's got going on. And still be able to swing in a phone call and maybe watch some Netflix before the night's over. Popcorn and Netflix. See, I wait to eat my popcorn until my kids are asleep. Because then it turns into, here's a handful for you, and then, shit, I need to make another bag. So, but yep, that's what I'm going to do, guys. I will take this thing here, and I will take I will get the CADX Vista, and I will have that thing in here tomorrow. The only thing that scares me about the Vista, looking at this is I don't know if I'll have the space. I put this on the little mini because of the thinner arms, the smaller arms. I mean, obviously you guys can see the difference. This version here, the one that you guys shit. All right. I can get the Vista on here and whatnot. I can put some longer standoffs, but the only thing that concerns me would be the distance from, I guess you could say, from where the flight controller sits to the front where the camera's gonna sit. I definitely have the clearance in there. I could see it already. So my thought is maybe longer standoffs, give it a try. If it don't work, because everything is so simple, easy, take off the motor screws, and just basically just transplant rate everything onto here, and that's probably what I'll end up doing. So, but yeah, that's it. These are my projects that I got going on right now. Guys, I definitely appreciate you all. I'm not Spooner sub. I'm not saying that I appreciate you guys more than any of the other ones that are in here. But I definitely appreciate what you guys did. That's amazing. You guys, I mean, what you guys did is absolutely amazing. I mean, Spooner, you just fucking topped it off, and it was just like, okay, well, here, man, this pays for shipping. You know, I thank you guys so much. You know, and I'm not gonna lie, you know, having a troubled background, which limits where one is able to work. You know, it makes it difficult, especially in this hobby. It makes it extremely difficult, even in this hobby. But Spooner and Subsonic, basically, you know, I'm not saying that you guys are investing, but you guys kind of did. Because like I mentioned earlier in the stream, whether it was this last stream or the stream before, hell, this was the third one tonight. one of these, one of them I mentioned, I do want to get my Part 107 license so I can start doing videography. Hence the 680 millimeter drone, and the CL35. The CL35 is also known as the Sinlog 35. I showed you guys earlier. But these motors that the ones that I have that I'm trying to put on here, they're just not strong enough to push the weight of this thing. But I'm going off of GEPRC's specs, and they're putting the 2204s in here. I'll put the 2204s. So, but I mean, aside from that, when this thing is moving, slow movements, it is not very. Slow movements, it is very jittery. Very shaky. I've tried messing with the filters. I've tried, doing everything I could to smooth this thing out, and it all comes back to my motors. It all comes back to the motors itself. So, but yeah, I mean, I could put a GoPro on here. I mean, obviously, you guys see what I did as far as the camera. I put the camera up here, just right there, just to try and, okay, well, if I mount it directly to the top, will that help smooth it out? It didn't help. Typically, that's where the GoPro is supposed to sit, and then your FPV camera is supposed to sit underneath. But yeah, you guys, I thank you guys once again. I thank each and every one of you guys for coming in here. Guys, I want to make a place where everyone can come, everyone can hang out, and it's not all about just a couple of people. It's not all about just, I want everybody to feel equal. I want everybody to feel welcome. I don't want to create favorites. But and I definitely appreciate you guys. I definitely appreciate that. And it's nice to finally have one of these little Nemesises. Like I said, I wished it would have came from, I wish it would have got to me the way that it should have. But needless to say, it got here, and it got here to me because of Mr. Spat. So, well, they got here because of Mr. Spat. So, and I will keep the red and blue theme. I will keep the red and blue theme for you guys that pick the red and blue. As a matter of fact, when I said the red and blue, I do want to see one thing before you guys go. Not long enough. I'm going to see if I got some red spray paint. And I might have to take one of the standoff, or two of the standoffs, and do them purple. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to put these standoffs on here to create some additional space to accommodate the Cadex Vista. I know I don't have blue spray paint, but I can at least do that. Or I could put all blue. I will figure out something, but I will keep the red and blue theme. That's what I'll do. Alright, guys. I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. And I appreciate y'all. I'm going to take off, that way like I said, I can make a couple phone calls and wait for the wife to call. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you all later. Thanks again for joining. We're going to get out of here. I forgot my, for whatever reason, I'm going to have to go through my Streamlabs to figure out exactly why my camera's not fucking doing whatever. But what I was saying was, Sub, you're the second person to say something about the putting the CL35 on Emu Flight or whatever that is. What is Emu Flight? Or no, it's Booster. What does Emu Flight have on it that Beta Flight don't? Booster, just send me a message on Facebook and let me know. That way I can get out of here and I can start making some phone calls. Or I can start communicating with, fuck me. My brain is just completely gone right now. Like legitimately, it's like, it feels like it's gone right now. With, Jeff. So, but guys, I'm going to take off. Y'all have a good night. I will figure out the whole audio issue. So, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that I got this thing set up to do that I'm ready for, but it's like Beta Flight, but some magic wizard shit. I'll put some Harry Potter shit on that thing. I'll do it. But, like I said, I think maybe with the new motors, plus Emu Flight, or however you pronounce it, oh no, Eum Flight, E-U-M, but between the Wizard and the new motors, maybe that thing there will be pretty badass, because typically I don't fly with GoPros. Typically I don't fly with any GoPros. All of the videos, well, the majority of the videos that I put out, especially lately, they're all with the, recordings out of the goggles. So, but alright guys, I'm going to take off. And Jeff, if you're in here, if you're in here, I'm going to give you a call real quick. I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.